The Summoner Showdown 2020 is coming very soon, but all is not what it seems. Now, if you followed yesterday's Marvel Contest Champions news, you know that there were some teasers last Friday about the Summoner Showdown making a return, and it seemed to get more hyped, and a lot of information was given out as of yesterday, which we're going to have a look at in a second, and also go into a few other details, because, not everybody can actually get into it, which is a bit frustrating. This time around, one of the best things is that everybody gets a shot. Well, everybody that's Cavalier, and anybody that's like, well, there's a lot of restrictions to it. Also, just for a bit of clarification on the matter, as Dan at Frontline MCOC puts here, in case there is any confusion since there's so much going on with the Marvel Contest Champions right now, Summer of Pain equals Maze 2.0. If you remember it, just search Maze on Google or MCC Maze, then it'll come up with something similar. It's not exactly going to be like it, but it will be temporary end game content, which is going to be very tricky and challenging. The boss rushes equal Summoner Smackdown, and Summoner Showdown is a tournament which obviously has been announced today. It's three separate things, just to clear up any communication or confusion around the communication that has been gone out. Also, if you want to know the qualifiers, go to the link in the description. It will give you information on what we're going to discuss in this very moment. So the first thing that massively stands out is this is a Cavalier only tournament, which is slightly disappointing, as I would have liked to have seen something that was focused on various titles. I know from Kabam's perspective they won't be able to overly, put that together, but it's something for the future to allow all players to have some sort of base participation. You know, imagine M participating in something where she's using just 3 stars, or maybe, her strongest 4-star or strongest rank 4-star. But at the same time, I guess this is what Kabam want to do from a first iteration. This is the second attempt at a Summoner Showdown, and is already a bit better than the first one. Because in the first one, it was just YouTubers, MCC YouTubers, and as well community members or community contributors only. So that's good to see now that we've had a change. And I'm hoping that next time the Summoner Showdown is done, maybe the 2021 version, see something different. Maybe it's something that incorporates incursions. Maybe it's something that incorporates participation from those of a lower titleage. And there's also another thing that I'd hope it includes, or finds a way to include as well. And that is including several other countries, including and this is a surprising thing, the laws in certain countries where Quebec in Canada must have some kind of micro law within it that, excludes them. Even there, Hawaii is excluded from the United States based on participation on this. I know India aren't there, South Africa, and many others. I think, I want to say Egypt, anything that's not on here, Egypt, everywhere. It's just not included from an Asian, and a lot of African based nations are not able to participate in this. And again, that's down to laws, and Kabam, they have references to stuff like Marvel, Disney, so they need to make sure that they're playing above board on putting out anything like this. And there's already chatter about this that's in the forums at the moment. You can see South Africa's and other countries excluded. This player is basically talking about the fact that it's saying all countries, and yeah, that it does suck. It does. Kabam's kind of rationale from this is due to competition laws and shipping feasibility in certain regions, some countries are not able to compete in the showdown difficulty. That being said, we created the show up difficulty to be open to everyone to take part in to have fun. We hope these rewards will make up for any FOMO. Now, I'm not going to get into the debate of compensation for those players affected, because, Kabam are doing something for this, but I know that will be a bit of a bone of contention for some players. Obviously, I don't know really what to make of this. I'll throw this over to players to discuss whether or not they feel they should be compensated. But on the plus side, there is ample opportunity to grab some decent enough stuff, like the gold. Man, the gold is so tasty for Kabam to give out for players. That's 2 variants. That's limited amount of effort for literally a good take home. And 5-star shards, yeah, I know there will be some like very endgame players that could grumble at the fact that it was 5 stars, why not be 6 stars? But I guess this is good. If you want to take participation, and yes, it's for Cavaliers, but for the very earliest of Cavaliers, this will be quite helpful. But I think more for me, like I'm looking at the gold value, and I'm like 2 mil gold, man, that's another like solid rank up for some like stuff. It helps towards a rank 2 6-star, a rank 5 5-star. So yeah, I'll take that. That's quite nice. Also, not to be like downbeat on the subject or kind of say like, look, you know, you don't need to be frustrated, but you really don't. You've got to consider the fact that if there is from different regions an extensive amount of players participating, you've got to be number 1 or number 2 or number 3 of what could be potentially 100,000 people that could participate in this. And I'm not going to say that's an actuality of that number, but that's what you've got to like put into realization, is you will have to be very confident in your own ability to be able to get the number 1 slot. And there'll be a lot of surprises. There'll be people that players have not heard of. That's why the Summoner Showdown is showcasing everybody. There's going to be some Cavalier players that you're going to never hear of that are going to be some of the best players, that it just needs something like this for them to be showcased as the best of the best of the best. And I am loving it. I cannot wait to see what some of these people are. I love an underdog story. I love it, and I think it's great to see it when we found this kind of random person that is just so good at the game, but nobody knows about it. That is going to be amazing. Now as well, I know a lot of players will be interested in whether or not they're going to go to New York and other stuff like that and how old you're going to be. So first of all, we're not going to New York. No one's going to New York. COVID's still prevalent. Don't even think about it. Second thing is that age-wise, you've got to be, it's so funny. You've got to be above the age of majority. And I think this now rules out, has now just been confirmed, Metal Sonic Dude will not be participating in this year's Summoner Showdown based on being age restricted. This now gives 99,999 Americans a chance to qualify at number 1, 2 or 3 in their respective region. So good luck. So how is this tournament really going to work? Well, I mean, for me, what I'll be doing is I'll be reporting on how the leaderboard is shaping up, changing as it comes in weeks on weeks, and we'll see how things kind of culminate to the end, and how that's really done is going to be done for a live stream and things like that. But we'll try and give you as much reporting as possible on it to give you as much information to see who's coming out in number 1 in the respective regions. Now, the specific fights break down as of on screen at the moment, with Silver Surfer being the first one you fight against, then it's Captain Marvel, then it's Iron Man Infinity Wars. So I guess preparation is going to be key against these fights, but you do have a longer opportunity to fight against these and also try and secure the parameters that you're going to be judged against, which is the qualifiers will be broken down into 3 sessions, with each session lasting 1 week as listed in the schedule above. Upon the completion of each qualifier week, potential winners will be contacted to move on to the semi-finals. 1 summoner from each region, I did say 3, that's actually it's wrong, it is 1, will be selected for the semi-finals each qualifier week. A total of 9 winners will move on to the semi-finals, and 3 winners per region below are scoring parameters which will be used to determine the winners, which will be boss health, amount of hit points remaining on the boss when the fight concludes, so obviously the lower health the better. Hits taken, so the number of unblocked hits the attacker receives throughout the fight, so don't get hit. Fight duration, total duration of the fight measured in minutes and seconds. The quickest to defeat is usually the best, unless it's all about staying alive longer. Staying alive. Damage per second, which is total damage for the attacker dealt to the boss divided by the duration of the fight in seconds. So there will be parameters in which to fight against. Will the champions have specific boosts, buffs and other stuff? Possibly. You cannot use boosts yourself. You can't use any amplifiers or improvements or any other items with this particular event. Also, it looks like as you progress through, there are things that, well, I don't know if I overly like. As the structure will be a special 1v1 format, which includes choosing defenders. Oh my god, choosing defenders, defense tactics, attackers, and a picks and bans phase. Yeah, ouch. That sounds like very ouch. That's like Alliance Wars meets, I don't know, something from Act 6.2 potentially meeting something else in the middle and having this smush together of just unpleasantness. So yeah, good luck to people on that one. It also looks like down the line there will be filming of this, and I think this will be done from home. Maybe they send a video camera to people in order to film and have someone mail it back. I don't know how they're going to do it. Maybe they do it over a live stream or something. It's really hard to tell at this given time. The final thing to say about this is that it does feel like, yes, it's for Cavalier players only. Yes, it is very much targeted on those countries that don't have any extensive legality, and also the feasibility of Kabam sending things, because I don't know how they're going to do it. They're going to send like video cameras to film because they want the quality to be good. Are they going to do it over live stream? And also sending things like prizes and other stuff like that because it breaches communication, competition stuff and legality, whatever it is. Either way, the thing that we have to really kind of identify, am I really going to finish top of my region? I don't think that's going to be a possibility. I'll give it a darn good try, but let's face it, you know, if everybody say, even if like 5 people say, I'm going to finish top of my region, I'm the best in my region, well, the fact is, there's only going to be 1 of you that's able to get through, or 3 of you in different types of weeks that break down. So it's going to be a very hot competition, and it will separate the best from the best. And will it require an extensive 4-star roster? Maybe. Are you a person that has that? Possibly. I don't know. I really don't know. Either way, I'd be excited to see what comes up from this tournament. What are your thoughts on this? Are you pretty bummed about this? Are you happy that the Kabam are doing that? Participate and get some stuff back from it? Do you think there should be a bit more? Thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching this deep dive reporty type video. But yeah, in any case, thank you very much for watching this video. Check out some on-screen content that's recently been put up here. Also check out some other content down here. Got a big video dropping later on. You're going to really like it. See you later on for that one. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.